Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on The Flash Season 9, and we have our first official, non-fake, bull-ass fan, mate. It's not fake, it's real. Let's watch it. What are we doing? Let's watch it.
You have been through a lot in 9 years, and I'm very proud of you.
It's not over yet. I need your help to save the world.
I have nothing to live for.
Yes, you do. I'll show you.
John Barry?
None. We can do the impossible.
Flash!
Let's do this one last time.
The Flash final season begins February 8th, free next day, only on the CW app.
Now, talk about getting you hyped up. Talk about getting you hyped up. They hit all the emotions that they needed to get you excited for this, and also be like, damn, it's the last season as well. And we still have about 6, actually more like 7 weeks until we actually get to start this final adventure and this final season with your boy, Barry Allen. It's a bit torture they dropped it this early. However, I think they'll probably drop another one because this was a bit short compared to what they usually do with a season trailer. So they might still release one in like another like 3 weeks to a month's time or something like that. But of course, before we break down the trailer, let me know in the comment section down below, favorite part from the trailer, what excites you the most? Did I miss anything that you thought was of interest that I might not mention in the video? I picked up all the major talking points that I think are worth talking about, but if I missed anything, let me know. But yeah, just let me know what you're excited about and if this got you excited. And of course, if you're going to enjoy the video, you like the trailer, you're excited, you just want to support the channel for the last time around with this, with the show and the final season, The Flash, why not drop a like in the video to do all that? So initial thoughts, the first thing that grasped me was that, are they using a different aspect ratio? Because it looks like what Superman and Lois and like Batwoman use, but have like the black bars on top. I'm not sure if that's just for the trailer or we're actually going to get that this season. It'd be the first time, but obviously it would make it feel a bit more cinematic. The only other time we've seen that with Barry on screen was, I think, the Ezra Miller scene from Crisis. I might be wrong, but yeah, I was like, oh, the aspect ratio is different. So I don't know if that's for just for the trailer or this season's going to have that aspect ratio. It'd be cool if it did, but yeah, it's something I noticed. Now, I think the footage from this trailer is from like the first 3 or so episodes, but it could contain some stuff from episode 4 and 5 as well. But I think the majority was from the first 3 episodes, which is usually the case for these first trailers you get. That's usually the case. But let's just jump into stuff from the actual trailer. So we start off with another Joe talk, which are always good, but it's important to remember that Jesse or Martin is in less than half of the episodes this season due to commitments to another show which he signed on for. And it sounds like his appearances will be split up between the start and the end of the season, based off what Jesse or Martin said in an interview. So there won't be many, if any, appearances from him in that like middle chunk. At least based off what's been said. So we're going to have to cherish those Joe moments. Of course, Joe is saying he is proud of what Barry has done over the past decade or so of him being the Flash, but we then hear Barry saying that it is not over yet, which it definitely is not. Can't rest. There's going to be some crazy stuff that always happens. But we do get to meet a new-ish character straight out of the gates in this rainy scene here. And at first I was sort of confused on who it was because I was focusing so much on what they were holding in their left hand, like that glowy future tech or something. And I thought, is this like Weather Witch or something? But I was ignoring what was in their other hand, which is like a bow to like play a violin or, shall we say, a fiddle. So this appears to be either a post-crisis new version of the fiddler, or it could be the same one we saw back in season 4, which I guess technically is still a post-crisis one because she died in season 4. We know that Becky Sharp, aka Hazard from season 4, is back this season, and she also died in season 4, just like the fiddler did. So post-crisis, they are alive somehow, maybe. I don't know if that was meant to be the case, or someone's done that and changed it. Maybe they're changing the timeline or something like that and bringing back these people that were villains. Now, this person with the fiddle does have long hair, so you'd assume it's a female, like the one in season 4, but it could be a dude with long hair, which is the case in the comics, but it seems to be like colored pink or like a light brown color or something. So it wouldn't surprise me if it's the same actress from season 4. Also due to the fact that Becky Sharp with the same actress is also coming back. Now, I have no idea who they're facing up against here, like who's on the other side of the car park. It's like blurred out in the back, so yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and find out. But of course, we know that the Rogue's going to be a part of this season. We were unsure of like, okay, well, who's making up these Rogues? Well, we have Captain Boomerang, which we'll get to in a second. Then we knew that we had like Rainbow Raider showing up, but I guess we can add the Fiddler in there as well. I guess we're adding Hazard in there potentially as well, if they make her like a more villainous thing. So yeah, the Rogue is actually building up bigger than we were actually sure of heading into, at least specifically this trailer. So we can add at least 1 or 2 more names there. But we can see Barry waking up from a nightmare here, or at least some sweaty dream. I'm not too sure what was going on. And I'm not sure if he's having nightmares of the woods, because we get to see like this like trippy version of like the trees and stuff from the woods here, or someone is getting into his head and making him see these woods in his dreams or nightmares. But we do see Barry in his flash suit in the woods straight after, looking up at someone. He's not looking straight, he's like looking up as if this person is a couple of feet taller than him, and he's asking them to help him save the world. And my immediate reaction to that is like, is he talking to Gorilla Grodd? Because who else would be in the woods that he'd have to look up at? So unless it's someone climbing a tree or something like that, I guess it has to be Grodd. And obviously, Grodd can get into people's heads and minds and make them see things if he wants them to, you know, through the whole telepathy thing. So it seems logical that Grodd could be communicating with Barry through this manner in order to get his attention and maybe get his help, or whatever it might be. I mean, it is the final season. It would be a shame not to see Grodd come back, and we haven't seen him for a couple of seasons now, so I personally would love to see Grodd come back for one final episode. But speaking of coming back from previous seasons, Hartley Rathaway, not Hartley Sawyer, Hartley Rathaway, aka Pied Piper, is back telling the Flash that he has nothing to live for, with what looks to be like flashing police lights all around him as if there's a crime going on. Now, I'm not sure if he's the one committing said crime. I mean, that previous line would make you think he has gone back to a life of crime or something. Maybe he gets dragged back into the whole Rogues thing. Maybe he's just there and they go, well, this person was there and he's got some connections, we'll bring him in. And maybe Hartley's life isn't going so well, so he accepts the offer to be in the Rogues or whatever it might be. But Barry says that he does have something to live for and that he's going to show him what that is. And this could be where Barry entices Hartley or Pied Piper to side with him for this, you know, particular storyline, whatever's going on. Of course, the last time we saw Hartley, he was sort of like neutral, just like, hey, how's it going, Barry? And all that. He wasn't trying to kill him or anything like that. So I guess maybe desperation might send him down the path of crime again. But speaking about the path of crime, we're loving the segue so far. We get to see the new Captain Boomerang, which we know will be the Owen Mercer version. It's not a, you know, recast Digger Harkness. That version's, I guess, dead. So this is the new Owen Mercer version, like in the comics. In the comics, obviously, it's the son of Digger Harkness. I don't know if they're going to make him the son. They could just chuck it in there. I don't think they really have to explain it too much. But yeah, we can see him like peeping, or looking, or just taking a gander through this gap in the wall here, which I think is like a secure box or truck that he has cut into with one of his boomerangs potentially. I'm just basing that off like the burnt, welded mark areas or whatever they are around the gap. But we do also see him slowly approaching Barry as the Flash, and Iris with the meta takedown gun device thing, whatever it's called. Now, the device to the right here, or the right of Captain Boomerang, this might be what was in the secure area that he was breaking into, as that was what we saw him like next to and like interacting with in the set photos that revealed the character initially, like a couple of months back roughly, which we can see as a cord piece of technology. You can see that on the car just in front of it. Now, whether Barry and Iris have actually stopped him here, or he's just sort of like messing around with them, that's another question. But I am looking forward to this take on the character. I did like the actor who's playing him in the 100 when I did watch it, so I think he should play a pretty fun Captain Boomerang here. Now, we do get to see Barry and Chillblaine overlooking the pod in the Speed Lab sort of area that Caitlin went into last season and appeared to be changed by it, as we saw as like one of the cliffhangers leading into this final season. Now, we don't get a look at Caitlin at all in this trailer, even just normal Caitlin. She is not in this trailer, except for the hand sort of like coming up and pressing against the glass and sort of like, I guess, like bracing it or whatever it is. So that should be a pretty cool reveal whenever it happens. I think are all assuming that she's going to be some sort of like Killer Frost Caitlin hybrid. So like it's like, I guess what we had in season 3, but not evil, or maybe evil. We don't know. It could be a bad road that the character goes down, but it would be weird if they ended the season or ended the show with Caitlin as a villain, at least, or playing a villain most of the time. So I'm intrigued to see what they do here, because I think it'd be a hard one, I think, for people to like all around, I think, just because some people want it to be one way, some people want it to be the other way. or some people want it in the middle. I don't know. I don't think you'll be able to please everyone with whatever they do here, but I'm excited to see what they do. Now, we get a quick shot of this hooded figure standing in what I think is the Central City Citizen office. I think it is. It was a bit blurry when it was happening, but I think that's what it is. But the big question with it is, who the hell is it? Who is this hooded figure? Is it Red Death? Is it Pied Piper? Is it someone else? Like, or is this a mysterious figure that goes on for into the whole season? And they're like, is this like meant to be like the whole Cobalt blue, you know, blue gem crystal villain? Like, is this what's going on here? Does anyone have any idea? Or is it meant to be someone that we see in this trailer that just takes their hood off? I don't know. It could be the person we're about to talk about next. But I feel like this is meant to be like some sort of mysterious messing with people character. So yeah, maybe this is what Barry's seeing in his head. Maybe this is what Barry's having nightmares of, and that's why it was all blurry. So yeah, maybe he's giving Barry visions or something like that. But this was a cool reveal, and it ties into one episode title, which I'm pretty sure this is the episode this character is in, but we do get to see the post-crisis Murmur by the looks of it. Now, we had the OG version on Arrow in its earlier seasons. I don't know if this is going to be the same character or it's going to be a post-crisis version with a completely different person that wasn't that person back in Arrow. I'm not too sure, but yeah, they look creepy as hell. I did see people confusing it with Ragdoll, which I can understand, but yeah, this is, I'm pretty sure, Murmur, which is a character like a Flash rogue that hasn't been on the Flash, I don't think. So it makes sense that they'd show up finally in the final season, and maybe make them a bit more creepier and everything like that. But yeah, Murmur in the comics has their like lips stitched together. Now they're wearing a mask here, but they might still have the lips stitched together, and maybe it just felt a bit too gruesome, or maybe it's meant to be like some gruesome reveal or something. But episode 2 for this season is called Hear No Evil, so that makes sense that Murmur would be showing up because they can't talk. Their lips are stitched together, so you can't hear them, but you can definitely see them. So you can see that they're evil, but you can't hear. You can't hear any evil things they might be thinking. So yeah, I'm assuming that's the episode they're in. And one part of the trailer is like, oh, they're out doing that. We see Barry and Iris out in the town clubbing, by the looks of it, or at a rave. I don't know what they're doing, but Iris has her hair in like ponytail thing. I'm not too sure what's going on there, but they're having a good time. Who knows what happens after? Maybe some, you know what. But anyway, I don't know. But to finish off the trailer, they tug at your heartstrings. They make you go, oh, my heart. They go, let's do this one last time. Or Barry says it. Yeah. But obviously, we still got like 7 weeks until the show comes out. So it's not like this is the series finale trailer or something, even though I'm sure they'll probably try and pull something like that off as well when that starts airing as well. So yeah, that's the trailer. It wasn't too long. It was only like 25, 30 seconds long or something like that. But obviously they tried to give you a highlight of like a lot of cool stuff to get you excited. But as I said, most of this is probably only from like the opening 3, maybe 4 episodes or something like that. So there's still a lot more coming this season. But yeah, when that comes out, we'll talk about it. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like on it, show support. Let me know in the comments section down below your various opinions about all the stuff we went over. Always curious to read what you guys are thinking, and anything that's a bit of a mystery in the trailer, what you think it might be. Who do you think the hooded figure is? Was there anything of importance that I missed out that I didn't talk about? Let me know in the comments. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, and I will catch you guys later. Goodbye.